Literally, no one asked for this, but I can't stop thinking about it. So let's talk about how the Odyssey can be used as a metaphor for reconciliation. So I'm Métis and I also work in Métis led research. And one of the things that I think many Indigenous scholars will tell you at your core, you're going to have relationships. And if we zoom in a little bit more, I'm currently looking at Métis methodologies and values within research. And there are two Michif frameworks that really stuck out to me while watching the Odyssey, and that is kitchen table visiting and also Kiokiwin. Now, there are differences and similarities within the two frameworks, but what they essentially boil down to is to be acting in a good way when trying to gather research. You must be visiting with people and building community and going to people's homes and going to ceremony together. Now, if you're familiar with the Odyssey, you might see where I'm going with this. But much of the story of the Odyssey has to do with Zeus's law. And Zeus's law states that if you were in ancient Greece and someone was to show up as a traveler or an explorer at your door, lost and in need, you would have to show them hospitality because you would never know who was a god actually in disguise. This sounds a whole lot similar to the whole idea of visiting that we just talked about. Although in Métis culture, I don't think there's a concept of a god potentially showing up at your home, but I think at the root, both cultures really value hospitality. And I think the movie in particular of the Odyssey shows what happens when hospitality is valued and what happens when it is not valued. So when you're acting in a good way or when you're not acting within a good way. And I think this whole idea of the movie could be a metaphor, although not intentional, for reconciliation. So that's what I've been thinking about for like the past 48 hours. Let me know what you think.